Well, I figured I would update on what's going on with this stuff. So basically, we were planning on doing an embryo transfer this month, which would put us due in August, and I graduate grad school in August. So then I would be able to be on maternity leave while studying for my boards, applying for my license, etc., etc. So that was going to work out great. Of course, we knew there was a chance that the embryo wouldn't take, and then we'd have to try again. Which, whatever, like, that would really suck and be sad, but we knew it was a possibility. So, I had to do a bunch of stuff. I had to take some meds, nothing too crazy. And they checked my lining, it wasn't thick enough. So, okay, well, then they added a whole slug of more meds. So vitamin E and aspirin, and then I was taking estrogen, and then they had me take Viagra. So apparently that like increases blood flow to your uterus too if you use it a certain way. I'll let that to your imagination. So I'm like, well, this is gonna work because holy slug, this is a bunch more meds. So I go in for a lining check before work because I had to come in on a Saturday morning for it because all this stuff is like you have to do it. Your body doesn't care if it's a weekend or not. You have to, it's got to be timed. So I went in before work and got my ultrasound, and my uterine lining decreased. It decreased. So I started crying because I'm like, what the? This isn't supposed to happen. Like, this was supposed to be the easy part. This was supposed to be, like, I never in a million years thought that my body wasn't going to respond to this stuff. So we had to cancel our transfer. And then my physician was just like, well, we'll try a different protocol and hopefully we'll see if that works. I still don't know what it is because I haven't heard from them yet. If I don't by tomorrow, I'm gonna reach out because like I'd like to get this moving. But they started me on progesterone to force a period, and then they're talking about having me go through a full month natural cycle, which is like that's another month pushback on top of the month that it's gonna be for prepping again for the next transfer. So I'm like, we're looking at February now, which puts us due in October. Not the end of the world, but like, guys, I've been working at my job for a long time and as a floor nurse and stuff, and I'm just done. I really wanted to just kind of go from graduation into a new job, so now I've got to work full-time still while I am trying to get my boards done and licensure and all that. So I'm like, this is just not ideal. But also, like, what if it doesn't work? Like, it might, and I'm hoping it does. But if it doesn't, then we're doing this all over again, and I just don't want to. Like, we spent 4.5 years trying to get these girls and these embryos, and like, the embryo's made. That's the hard part. The easy part was supposed to be putting it in. So now we'll see, I guess. But I'm just terrified that we're gonna be doing this all over again, like month to month to month of not being able to conceive. So, and secondary, which, I mean, secondary infertility is usually like for the second child, and this would be our third child, but it's a second pregnancy, so I guess it still is. Isn't something that is talked about much, and like less even than regular infertility. And like there's a lot of, well, at least you have kids. It's like, that doesn't matter. Like, I love my kids, but our family doesn't feel complete yet, and the girls want a sibling, and I want a child, and my husband does too. And like, if we never were able to do this, it would just feel like something's missing. So, and I'm not ready to donate them all either, so like, I don't know. We'll see, I guess, and I'll just keep this journey going because awareness, again, I think is very important. So thank you all for your support.